Hello, I'm Katie from the tech team, and today's video is going to focus on getting to know Instagram. Instagram is an application you can use to upload videos or photos and share them with the whole world if you want to, or just a couple followers if that's more your thing. We're going to go over setting up an account, how to follow other people, how exactly you can add filters and hashtags, and we're of course going to take a look at those security settings. So grab your device and let's get started. Today I'm going to show you how to play around with Instagram on an Apple iPad. This also would work on an iPhone, an Android tablet, or an Android mobile device. You can access Instagram from your computer, however, it is best whenever used on a mobile device or a tablet. If you do not currently have Instagram on your device already, you would need to visit your App Store if you have an Apple device or your Google Play Store if you use an Android. You'll see the App Store here on my iPad in the upper left-hand corner, but I already have this app on my device, so what I'm going to do, it's actually one of my more frequently used apps, so it's down here in the bottom. It's kind of like a pinkish purple color with a camera, and I'm going to tap on that. And if you have just downloaded Instagram, you're going to need to create a new account, but if you are an existing user, you can go ahead and log in. So I already have an account that has been created. If you are creating a new account, it'll just need some information from you, such as an email address. You can link this to your Facebook account and use the same login. However, you do not have to have a Facebook to use Instagram. They can be used completely separately. So I am going to log in. My username, you can log in using your username or using an email address. For this demo, I have created a Librarian Katie account, and then I'm just going to type in my password. And you also have the Forgot Password button in case you have forgotten it. I'm going to log in. It's going to take it just a moment. And whenever you log in, this is your landing page. You'll see across the bottom here, there are some different buttons, different icons. It might look a little different if you are using an Android device or if your app has updated or anything like that. But just know that to get to your profile, to get to your page, your information, you will click on the little person in the bottom right-hand corner. So if I tap on that person, it takes it to my Katie Librarian landing page. You'll see my picture as well as my username. You'll see that I haven't made a single post yet, so it wants me to share my first photo or video, which we're going to do in a moment. I am being followed, so followers means somebody that is following you and they see your pictures or they see your videos whenever you post them. So I have 7 followers, but I am following 22 accounts. And it's not just people that are on Instagram as far as, your neighbor down the street or a cousin across the country. There are many celebrities that have Instagram pages, and there are tons of companies that have Instagram pages too. There's also local governments that have Instagram pages. So again, it's not just, neighbors and friends that you'll find on Instagram. So, you can follow all kinds of things depending on your interests. But whenever you're just getting started, you're going to want to complete your profile. So we'll click on the Edit Profile button right here. This is where you can upload a profile picture if you don't already have one, or change your profile photo if you would like to change it. My name, I'm not using my real name, I'm just using Katie Librarian. You can have as much or as little shown as you'd like. You don't have to have your full name on Instagram. You can put a nickname. You can change your username, so whenever you first sign up and have a username, you're not fully committed to that forever. You can't have the same username as someone else, so you might have to add numbers behind it, but you can change your username after, a short period or even immediately. You can give yourself a new username. And if you have a website or if you want to add any bio information, you can either add text to your bio. You can be fun with some emojis. If you like to surf, put the surfer guy in there or girl. And if you have a, either a personal or professional website that you want to link to on your Instagram, you can absolutely do that. Your personal information settings, it's always good to go over stuff like that. This is where I have my email. It's not part of my public profile. I don't have a phone number associated with this Instagram, but I could. Again, this is nothing that anyone else would be able to view. I never filled in my gender, not required. And your birthday. Again, it's not like Facebook, if you're familiar with that, where people are going to bombard you on your birthday with posts and everything. This is just your personal information that nobody else can see, but you could change it if you needed to. So whenever you're done editing your profile, there is the Done button in the upper right-hand corner, or on Android, I think sometimes this looks like a check mark. So you can click Done if you've made some changes and you want to save them, or if you haven't changed anything or you made a mistake, you can always click Cancel, which is on the opposite side. So either one here, I didn't make any changes, so I'm just going to click Cancel, and it takes me back to my profile. Instagram does kind of help you a little bit with, how to complete your profile if you're not sure what you still need to do. It wants me to add a bio, and it wants me to find more people to follow. It wants me to follow 5 or more accounts, which I have done, and I can click on Find More right there to search for more accounts. However, I'm not going to do it that way. Another way that you can search for accounts to follow is using the looking glass down here. So I'm going to click on that, and it knows I'm a librarian account, and I have already started following several booksellers and libraries and different things associated with libraries. So lots of books here. You'll see tons and tons of books, and if I find an image that interests me off the bat, I could click on it, and I could see, okay, this is Get Better with Books. They seem to post a lot about that. I could like their page. I could follow their page. Right up here at the top, it says follow. If I tap on follow, I start following them. But I'm going to do a little bit more searching. So I'm going to click the back arrow in the upper left-hand corner, and I am going to search for a particular account to follow. Of course, you can't really escape the COVID news even here, but I'm going to start typing in Charleston County Library. Of course I need to follow them. That's where I work. So I am going to tap on the username that pops up here. You'll see that the Charleston County Library has a ton of posts and even more followers and people that they are following. They have a nicely completed bio as well as a link to their profile in here. They also have some stories across the top here and highlights, which we're going to talk about. So I'm going to click on follow, and so now I am following the Charleston County Library. You'll find that whenever you follow companies in particular, you might get some suggestions that pop up, like, okay, if you like this company, maybe you also want to follow this business. So Charleston Today, the Post and Courier, Charleston Daily, the Gibbs Museum. So again, you don't have to follow them. They are just suggested. If I wanted to, I could just click on one instantly right there, and I'm following them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back out of this. There's a couple other Charleston ones that come up. Oh, maybe the River Dogs. That's a Charleston related thing, and it'll break up all the libraries on there. So I'm going to give them a follow too. So again, you'll see that the suggestions popped up, but that is how I have, began following accounts. Anytime you kind of get in the middle of, you've clicked on a couple things, I've gone from the library to the River Dogs, and I've kind of, maybe gotten away from my original search a little bit. If you press your home button right here in the bottom left-hand corner, that takes you back to your landing page, again, where all of the different pictures are for the companies or the pages or the personal people that you follow. So you'll see here that there is a post by Charleston County Parks. It's the Happy National Camp Day. If I like that, if I think that's a cool picture, or if I like the message that it's sending, if you double tap on the middle of the screen, it gives you a little heart, and that means you've liked that. You'll see down here that there's been 97 likes of this image or of this post ever since they posted it. I could add a comment, if I wanted to, I could add a comment that says, looks cool. and then post that by clicking on the blue post right there. Whenever you post things on Instagram, other people can respond to them depending on the settings of the page that you're posting on. So you might have someone that you don't follow, you've never even heard of. They might respond to your comment. That's okay. That's kind of how Instagram is designed. Again, even on your home page, you do get a couple suggestions for people for you to follow or companies that you might be interested in. You do not have to, okay? I'm going to keep scrolling. There's Library of Congress, lots of stuff from Library of Congress, but this is how you kind of, see what's going on. A cute doggy at the Charleston County Parks. Of course, I'm going to give that a like. So just as simple as double tapping on it. If you accidentally clicked on like by mistake, you'll see your kind of pinkish red heart in the corner under the picture. You tap on that and it takes away your like. But I don't want to take away the like from this, so I'm going to do that again. If you find a post and you want to send it to someone, you'll kind of see this little paper airplane right here. Maybe you want to share an event that's coming up with a friend of yours. If you click on the paper airplane, you can either add this to your story, which again, we're going to get to stories in just a second, or you could send this to somebody. So if you wanted to send this, these are some of the companies that I follow. I could also start typing in a name, like if I wanted to, send this to the library or something. I'm not really going to do that, but once you search for your friend or your company's name that you want to send this post to, you would just click in the circle here, and then you could write a message with it, like, look at this cutie. Ooh, and good thing that this kind of helps me with my spelling. And then you could send that. Whoever's running the library social media would be like, what is going on here? So I'm not going to actually send it, but this is how you would send a message. And whenever you have sent a message, or if somebody responds to your messages, you'll notice, so we have this icon down here right underneath the picture that looks like the kind of paper airplane. We also have it in the upper right corner of our Instagram app. So if I click on that, that takes me to my direct messages. That's what they're called. I only have one message that has been sent to me by the Charleston Marketplace. If I tap on that, you'll see where they're, kind of suggesting that I also add them on Facebook if I do use Facebook. So again, this is kind of what a message looks like. I could type something back to them. We could send images. Clearly, they've sent me in images. So we could go back and forth that way. You back out of a message by clicking on the back arrow. I also have a message request. What this means, if I tap on one request here, someone's messaged me that I don't follow. I don't know if I know them or not, so it comes in as a message request. I still don't know who this person is. They're being very nice with a good day, but for now, I'm not going to open that because I don't know who that is. So again, it's completely up to you what you want to receive, who you want to talk to on Instagram. You can ignore messages. That is totally okay. So I'm going to back out of this. You'll see I'm kind of been scrolling along on my timeline or whatnot, but what we're going to do, if we want to jump all the way back up to the top, we're going to tap on our home screen again, our home icon. If I tap on that, it automatically zooms me all the way up to the top. You'll see where we have my image, and then across the top here, you'll see some of the companies that I follow, but they have kind of like a circle around their logo or their profile picture. So stories are little pictures or videos that a person or a company can post, and they're only up for 24 hours. So whenever we post a picture in just a minute, that's going to be on my profile as long as I want it to be. That's something that I'll actually have to go back and delete if I ever want to remove a picture that I post to my Instagram page. You can delete them, but that's something you have to actually go and do. With a story, it's kind of a temporary thing. I know we've seen it a lot if you use Snapchat, or if you use Facebook even has kind of stories across the top now, or even Twitter has started getting into that now. So this is a very popular thing. What you do is, I'm just going to click on the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources. They're the first one. And you'll see that just this little thing that they've been tagged in, they posted it. It goes by very quickly. I'm a pretty new user on this account, so this is perfect. It tells you this is how you watch stories. You tap the screen to go forward. If you need to pause, if you're trying to see what are they doing, you just press and hold down on the screen. If you go back, you tap the left edge. To move between stories, you swipe left or right. Some people might post stories all day long and you don't have time to sit and go through them, so we can swipe through some. So this one, if I don't want to look at the whole thing, I swipe through it and it's gone. This is a cute thing. If I need to, kind of pause it, I want to look at this a little bit more, I'm holding my finger down on the screen. I know you can't see that, but that's how you get it on there longer than the 10 seconds that it's usually allotted for. I release and it goes away. There's some cute things from the aquarium. They've got several posts. You'll kind of see the bar running across the very top here. But whenever you're done, you just kind of swipe down. Swipe down will get you out of those stories. Now, we could add a story of our own. I'm not going to add a story of our own right now, though. I instead am going to show you how you upload a picture, because that's kind of the bulk of Instagram is uploading your pictures and your videos and sharing them with either just your friends or the wider world. So the very middle icon here is the plus sign. I'm going to click on that, and you'll see that I have, some different videos and everything that I could upload. There is a book that I'm currently reading. So I'm just tapping from my photo library. I could take a live photo or video right now if I wanted to and then upload it. But I'm going to go with this image. You could select multiple images if you want to. You can have up to 10 on a post. So you can have 10 images. You can have a mixture of images and videos, but no more than 10 per post as of right now. And what I'm going to do in the bottom left-hand corner, I'm going to resize it a little bit. It was a little too zoomed in, so I'm going to resize it. I'm going to go to next here. And this is another cool thing about Instagram. You can add filters and kind of make it look a little different. So you can go black and white with something. You can play around with their different photos and filtering options. I kind of want to keep it simple. I'll go with this, and then I'll go to next. And this is where you write a caption. So if I, just want to say, just picked this up today from, now I can tag the library in this just by mentioning them with an @ sign. So if I do @ it automatically supplies it, Charleston County Library, and then I can keep adding, can't wait to read it. And so this is fine. This is fine as a caption. You can add emojis. You can add all kinds of things to it. But what makes Instagram kind of unique, or it did at one point, is using hashtags. So you'll see the symbol, tic-tac-toe symbol, the pound sign, whatever you want to call it. A hashtag is what it is called in Instagram. And whenever you use a hashtag, you don't use a space or anything. You can just start typing, and you'll see that these are other hashtags that have been used on Instagram. New York is the first thing that comes up whenever I start typing new. But I'm going to keep typing new books. So again, this is a new book. It was in our new book section. So I'm going to tag this as new books, and then I'm going to start typing currently reading. So again, this is a very popular one. So this is what I'm going to tag this as, and I'm going to show you how the tags kind of work as soon as I post this picture. So I'm going to click on OK. I could tag people in this. Add a location. I could automatically share it to Facebook, Twitter, or Tumblr if I had those synced up with my account. I do not. We're just simply trying to learn more about Instagram. So I'm going to click on share. And you'll see where it is kind of posting across the top right here. It's taking it a minute. And now you'll see, oh, they want me to rate them. Not now. It is done, but Charleston County Library posted something around the same time I did, so it kind of already has knocked me down. Well, how do I get back to it? Again, pressing on the profile button in the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see that I now have one picture under here. If I tap on that, this is what we just created. Just picked this up today from Charleston County Library. Can't wait to read it. Now my hashtag new books and currently reading. If I am trying to find some other new books out there or what other people are currently reading, I could tap on this hashtag. You can see there's over 625,000 posts for this. And I could follow this tag if I wanted to. You don't just have to follow people. You could follow a tag, and anytime that something is popular and is tagged with the new books hashtag, it could come up on my timeline, and I could see that on my profile. And you can see that this one is something that has been tagged with new books. So it's got someone that is sharing something that they've recently picked up, their book haul. They also tag that. That's another tag that I could go and search. But you'll see down here, it might look like a lot, but again, this is a lot of what Instagram is, trying to tag things so other people can find it, or you can find common interests with someone else. And you'll see this last one on the top line right here in this block of hashtags has been tagged as new books, and that's why it came up. I can show you, so these are the top posts under new books. They've gotten quite a lot of likes. If you go back here, if you sort by recent instead of top, you'll kind of see mine's right there in the middle. So these are just the new ones that have been added to new books, but it does default to the top ones, the ones that are a little bit more popular. So you can follow hashtags, you can follow people. I can back all the way out. And again, we're back to my profile. I could click on the home screen here, double tap, get all the way back up to, what other people that I'm following are posting. Let's see if I refresh. If you pull down, that always kind of refreshes here. And again, now there's new posts on my page, and I'll see slightly different things than what I was seeing before as new things become popular or as new things are added. Before we wrap this up, I do want to briefly go over security settings. I'm going to go back to my page by clicking on my profile button down here. And then these three lines in the upper right-hand corner, if you tap on those, this pulls up, again, our menu where we can click on settings. And then from here, different things that you can do. You can change your notifications. So some people like to be notified whenever they have new likes or new messages. You can change how often you get emailed or texted. So if I click on this right here, I don't want any of my emails on. So I can just, where it says on for everything, I can change it to off. That way they're not sending me a bunch of different emails throughout the day. You don't even have to save that. It automatically saves it, so you can press the back button. For messages, like I was showing you earlier, I have message requests on. That way not just anybody that I'm not following can send me a message. But again, I could turn requests off. It's completely up to you. Group requests, you can have group messages going in Instagram. So again, you can play around with these settings as much as you want to. Maybe I just want video chats from people I follow, so I'm going to change that. And then your posts, your stories, and your comments or whatnot, right now I have it open to everything. But again, if you don't want your hashtag to be viewable to everybody under the sun, you can change it to where only your followers can like things, or people that follow you can like things or comment on things. So again, you can lock this down if you want to. And I'm going to go back out of notifications. I'm going to go to privacy. Again, this is how you can determine who interacts with you, who can tag you and things and mention you. You play around with those settings. It is important to customize your account privacy, though. If you want to be a private account, you'll have to approve people that want to follow you, so they don't automatically start seeing what you post. So again, that's a toggle button, toggle that on and off. And whenever you do change things, it will kind of give you a little notification. I'm just going to cancel this for right now. Go back out of here. You can block accounts if you don't want a particular person interacting with you. You can mute accounts if you just don't want to see them for a little while. So definitely a bunch of settings to play around in here. So make sure that you customize it to what you feel comfortable with. Spend some time in your settings. You always want to, know what is going to be visible or not visible as you are especially just first setting up an account. But this should get you going to have some fun with Instagram. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you feel a little bit more comfortable with using Instagram now. Of course, if you encounter any issues or have any further questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to the tech team.